Hey y'all, I'm Elisa and I am the Scrappy Wife behind scrappywife.com, and today I have a Bible journaling process video for you. I'm working through the kit Holy 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 from By the Will for God. I will link the unboxing of that kit below, as well as a previous process video I had. And I am in day 11, which has us looking in Galatians 2 right here. And as I started working on this page, I thought I would turn on the camera because I have, as you can see, some shadowing from a previous entry that I did on the back of that page. And I wanted to show you how I am going to work with that shadowing, how I'm going to cover it up and still create a beautiful entry that stays right here in the margin of the Bible. And I'm also going to cover up the text, the title. Sometimes I cover it up, sometimes I don't, but in this case I am going to cover up just this whole side, show you how I kind of work through that, and then show you how I'm going to create a pocket for an extra prayer in this entry. I will put you on fast forward. I will always list all the supplies I use in the information box for this video, so check that out below. Let's put you on fast forward and we'll get going. By the Will for God offers digital papers that coordinate with each devotional that they release. That is awesome if you work in digital world. If you do digital scrapbooking or digital Bible journaling, these will come in really handy. They also really help extend the life of your kit. You already get so many supplies with By the Will for God, but this is something that you can add on. You can use these over and over, and you can see I'm using one of the digital papers right here to cover up the shadowing that is coming through from the Bible journaling page on the back. I've traced it, measured it out, and I'm using a water brush here to create a line. I just wet down that line, and that way when I tear, it's a little bit more controlled. If you're wanting to add that torn texture to a page, using a water brush is a really good way to kind of guide the tear as it goes, so it's not completely willy-nilly or goes anywhere at once. Here you can see I'm lining it up. I'm seeing how I want it to sit on the page. My desire is for a little bit of it, for it to not reach all the way to the left side of the page. So I'm taking off just a little bit more of some paper there and measuring it again. I have this beautiful washi tape. I am not sure where it's from. It's like a black lace washi, and I've had it in my stash for a while, and it goes so great with this kit, so I pulled it out right away. Here I am. I'm going to add it on the left side of the page very carefully, and that way when I adhere my paper down, it will just be peeking out, just creating a little bit of texture. I print my digital papers mostly on just regular copy paper, just regular printer paper. That way it doesn't add too much bulk in my Bible or in projects I'm working on. Sometimes I will print the ephemera pages or the die cut pages onto cardstock so that they're a little sturdier, but most of the time for these digital papers, I just like to print them on regular computer paper. I'm going to continue using digital papers as I create a pocket for journaling. This is another one of the digital paper options. I'm trimming it out, and I have a scrap of the vellum piece that was included with the kit. There was a piece of vellum that had the hymn Holy 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 printed on it. I used part of it for another entry, but I saved the other piece, and I'm going to use it to embellish this pocket. With vellum, yes, you can see the tape runner through it. That doesn't bother me. I could have hidden the tape. I could have just adhered it on one side knowing that I would be adding some other die cuts. It just doesn't bother me. I want to make sure everything is secure because the Bibles I create, a lot of people ask me, what are you going to do with all these Bibles? I kind of imagine passing them down, especially these really nice illustrating Bibles with the spiral bound and the large pages. I feel like having one for each of my kids will be pretty special. So I want to make sure everything is permanent and adhered down really well. I'm creating a pocket by only putting some of the adhesive on the bottom and on the right side there, and then I'm going to add a little piece of washi tape, which you'll see in a few moments. I actually end up changing my mind and I take it off as I create more elements for the page. I love, love, love this tiny stamp that was sent along with the kit. and it has the Bible with flames and a dove coming through it, representing the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to stamp it on a couple of different pieces of cardstock so that I can piece them together and create a focal point here at the bottom representing the Holy Spirit, since that's what this passage is talking about. If I didn't mention it before, I'm in Galatians 2:20, and it reads, "For through the law I died to the law, so that I might live for God. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. I do not set aside the grace of God, for if righteousness comes through the law, then Christ died for nothing." I stamped the image 2 times, and now I'm going to fussy cut different parts of the image out. On this first one with the green background, I'm going to cut out the Bible and the flames, and then I'm going to cut the white dove out of the white piece of cardstock. I decide that I want some texture behind that Bible cutout, and so I choose a piece of a white glycine bag. Glycine? Is that the right word? This is just a shopping bag that I got at some point and saved. It has been my go-to recently, and I am just cutting little bits off of it here and there. You can see I decided, well, I need to move this washi tape. I'm going to adhere the bag down. Same thing with the tape runner, putting it there, trimming off the edge, and then I'm going to add that washi tape back in. And that way I just have a little texture, a little more interest down there where my Bible is going to be. This time, however, when I'm putting the washi tape down, I decide not to put the whole thing down, but only partially down. Then I trim off the bottom, and it gets a little off camera here, but I also put it on the top of the page to just continue to frame in the entry that I'm doing. Where you will see me start working on the prayer card that I'm going to add onto this page. And this is a journaling card that, again, was with the digital papers. It is a library card, and I cut out the pink one. I'm going to mount it on the same green paper that I used to stamp the Bible onto. But before I mount it, I'm going to use some distress ink, and this is just in black soot, and I'm adding it to the edges of this library card, and that just gives it a little bit more dimension, customizes it a little bit more, and makes it pop against the green background. I really like that green, and I want to pull it into the page a little bit more. So you'll see that I mount this on green to add a second place, and later on I'm going to add a tab so that that green is occurring in 3 different places on the page, and that really makes it feel like it is part of what is going on. When you are bringing in different patterned papers or different colors that might not have come with the kit, you do need that repetition, that repeating of the colors so that it feels cohesive on the page. I could have just had one occurrence, but then it would have felt a little awkward, at least to me, on why is that one Bible green? So I like to have it at different points on the page. Here you see me going through the die cut pieces that were included in this kit. I love these ladies. I wish that By the Will for God would carry these separately so I could buy them over and over again. But of course they do come as part of the package. When you buy the kit, you get a digital file that includes these girls, and you'll see me putting them on all the things. I'm going to trim off a little of the white border, and I'm going to use these to kind of anchor my page. I love these vintage ladies. I think they are absolutely gorgeous, and they provide just such a bright, vibrant feel, and they're so distinctive that I'll know that they really came from this kit. Any entries that I see with these girls will just kind of scream holy, holy, holy to me. Next, I'm going to use 2 different alpha sets plus tile alphas to add the title to my entry. As I thought through these verses and considered the writing in the devotion, I was overwhelmed with the realization that accepting Christ in our lives truly changes us. It's not just about making better choices or living in a different way. We are changed from the inside out. And because of the indwelling of the Holy Spirit, we are fundamentally different than we were before. We are holy in God's eyes, not because of our own actions, but because of the actions of Jesus. And to me, the best way I could put that into simple words is, it is who I am, not what I do. So just the realization that I am different. I am different and set apart because I've accepted Christ in my life. So it is who I am, and it's not about the actions. It's not about earning holiness. It's not about any of that. It's just about who I am changed into. I have loved mixing and matching different alpha sets recently. I like how it really allows you to emphasize different words that you are intending to bring out or that have more impact for you. And it just kind of provides an extra layer of interest. I love these tile alphas. As you all know, I have, I don't know, maybe 100, probably not 100. Let's go with 50 different colors. I always get them with the kits because they are my favorite. They're so versatile. They can be used on my Bible journaling pages and in my planner especially. They're the perfect size. I was really looking for another way to add that same green pattern paper in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm tracing one of the tabs that came with the kit. I actually don't have a tab punch. It's on my wish list, but I don't have it yet. So I'm just tracing that tab. I'll fussy cut it out, and then I will layer the 2 tabs at the top and use those same alpha tiles or tile alphas to label my page Holy Spirit. Step for me will be adding the dates here at the bottom with those tile alphas that you can get that coordinate in colors that match the kit. And then I'll add a little bit of journaling off camera on that library card. This is a fantastic kit. If you haven't picked it up, check out that link below and see what By the Well for God has to offer as far as this kit goes and the coordinating supplies. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button. Have a fantastic start to your week, and as always, keep it creative.